Hello everyone, and thanks for joining. And I do apologize for this delay in the streaming. We faced some unexpected issue with YouTube broadcast. And let's wait for 1 more minute for other people to join. Hello and welcome to Ning SEO webinar. My name is Vladimir. I am Customer Care Manager at Ning. And once again, I do apologize for this delay. We faced some unexpected issues with YouTube broadcast. And everything is fixed and we are live. Thanks for joining. I do appreciate your dedicated time. And today we are going to talk about search engine optimization, and the materials for this webinar was prepared by our SEO specialist. This is a very broad topic and we will be barely scratching the surface today. And the idea of this webinar is to briefly cover the scope of work that could be done in SEO without diving into much specifics. And more detailed review of different SEO aspects that we will cover today could be topic for future broadcasts. And those of you who are not familiar with SEO, you will get a better understanding today what the SEO is and how it affects your network. Since it is an ever-changing field, one must always keep the upper hand on the SEO, modern trends, and to make sure that the best practices are being applied for the network visibility in the web, and to avoid any forbidden SEO techniques that can lead to unpleasant consequences. And we do realize that SEO is important for your business and for the growth of your communities, and even though a lot of best practices are inbuilt into Ning networks, from our end we are constantly working on the platform improvements in SEO direction. And soon we will release a couple of features that will help you to make your network better in SEO. And by the way, today we have released a sitemap. If you go to a 3.0 network, you will see the sitemap here. So it's already been deployed on your network. So with this help, the search bots, when crawling your website, will have a better understanding of your website structure, and this will be easier for them to collect the information about your networks. So we will talk about the search bots later during this webinar. And also I'd like to tell you that the newer version of our site builder we are working on will encompass the best modern SEO practices available. We will talk about SEO in terms of Ning 3.0 platform capabilities. And the structure of this webinar will be as follows. First, I will briefly go through the theory, and the more detailed information will be in the description to this video. And I strongly recommend you to read at least those articles that are in the description to get a deeper understanding of the topic. And then I will show you on practice how to implement the theory in terms of Ning 3.0 tools. All questions and suggestions you can leave in the Google form that is also in the description to this video. And when writing your question, you can also leave your email for feedback, because sometimes we need more detailed information regarding your question, so we can ask for some clarifications, and the questions will be answered during the Q&A session that will be scheduled for the 31st of July, and we will inform you regarding the time closer to the date. So let's start with the webinar part. Since most online experiences start with a search engine, so people searching for products, for services, or for information, it is hard to underestimate the importance of SEO for your network. And search engine optimization could be defined as a set of different approaches or techniques, analytical and creative processes that are aimed to increase the number and the quality of the web traffic through organic search results. What organic search result is, it's a result that you don't need to pay for. So for example, if we go to the Google and Google Landscape Ideas, for example, you will see that on the top there is AD mark. It means that this is a paid advertisement. And the organic search results, those are results that are free. So as you can see, these are not paid. So we will talk about how to make paid advertisements later in future webinars. It won't be the topic of today's webinar. And what is the quality of the traffic? Well, for example, if your community is about gardening and you have a lot of different materials on how to care about apple trees, and some of the people who will enter apple in the search, like here, will be looking for Apple computers, and only those who are looking for apple tree caring could be considered as a genuinely interested in what you have to offer. So only they could count as a quality traffic. SEO often grouped into on-site SEO and off-site SEO. On-site SEO encompasses those factors that are almost entirely within your own control. And on-site SEO includes like technical auditing. So we need to make sure that the website can be crawled and indexed by search bots, is correctly geo-targeted, and is free from errors. So if you want your network to be visible in the search results, you need to make sure that it's not a private network. So the privacy of the network you control here. So it has to be public, and also the pages on your network also has to be public. At least those pages that you wish to be crawled by search engine bots, and so that they will be visible in the search results. So you need to make sure that they are public. And in case if you need to make some page public and at the same time hide it from the search, you would need to write the command in a robot.txt file. It has this format, so it tells the Google search that they don't need to show the results. They need to crawl the information about some of the pages. For example, you can see this command, disallow/events. It means that the page with the URL like this will not be crawled by search engine bots, and the information from this page will not appear in the search results. So also on-site SEO includes on-site optimization. It's about improving the website structure, the internal navigation, like on-page alignments, and content relevancy to help to prioritize key areas and target relevant search phrases. And it also includes user experience. So we need to ensure that the content shows expertise, authority, and trust. Well, it should be simple to use, fast, and ultimately provide with the best possible experience to users against the competition. And offsite SEO, it refers to the activities carried outside of the website to improve organic visibility. It includes keyword research, which is analyzing the types and the frequency of words and different word combinations that used by prospective customers to find services or some information. And it also helps to understand the customer's intent and users' expectations from the search. We'll also briefly discuss the link building during this webinar as a part of offsite SEO. So let's start with the semantic core. The semantic core can be loosely defined as an ordered set of words and phrases for which users will search and be brought to your website from search engines. Like these words and phrases are used throughout your network in order to be picked up by search engines when users search for them. Not all words and phrases have the same popularity, and they could be ranked as high, medium, and low frequencies. The tools for working with semantic core will provide you with statistics on the keyword relevance. And it's really hard actually to be on the top of the search with the most popular words, but at the same time, the more competitive a keyword or phrase is, the better the results will be when using it as a representation of your website in your semantic core. And keyword research is one of the most important digital marketing tasks. And furthermore, it lies at the foundation of any business strategy or company or campaign that you are planning. So let's go to the practical side of this question and build a semantic core. I will show you a simplified version of how it should be built. And there are a lot of different tools that will help you with this task. Some of them are paid, some of them are free, of course, for a certain degree, and they might have different interface and functionality. But of course, paid tools are more efficient. But for the purpose of getting started with SEO, we can use this keyword tool. So first, to get started, we need to define the list of words that are the most descriptive and the most thematic and related to the main topic of your network. So let's assume our network is related to landscape design. So the words could be landscape design or landscape projects, or if our network is about stamp collecting, so the words could be stamp collecting or postage stamps. And after we enter the words here, like let's enter landscape design. Also, when searching for word relevancy, we need to define the location where we wish this to be. So if we are not connected to some particular area, we can make it global search. Or if we need to be more specific in our area, we can make it like, for example, United States only. So let's make a global search. Oh, just a moment. Something went wrong. Okay. Landscape design. So here we will get the list of the most frequently used words with these requests. So this tool offers you to filter results even further, so we can search through available results, so we can skip it, or we can add some exceptions so that we can exclude some of the words automatically from appearing here. So now we have 500 unique keywords. So what we can do is to download this file and open it. And of course, this list will contain different words, and some of these words, of course, won't fit to our particular topic. So let's assume our network is about like it's a blog and it's have more informative sense, and so that's why we can apply a simple logic to filter the not related to our particular topic words. So let's say we don't need landscape design software because we don't do any software on our network, so we can remove it. So we can remove landscape design application. If we are not connected to any location, so we can remove these words as well. So this way we can remove all unrelevant words that we don't think will be related to our particular use case. Let's just remove these first three. And of course I won't be going through all of the list because it might be time consuming. But for the sake of showing the principle, it should be enough, and we would need to save this like let's say up to 20 words of up to 20 most frequently used words and words combinations for the later. So why we do need this semantic core? Because we will use it further to optimize different pages on our network for search requests that we would like to be found by, and we will use these keywords to write the meta tags in our network and to write the content. So let's like close it for now, and let's discuss what the meta tags are. To understand what the meta tags are, let's make a couple of steps back and examine the source code of the page. So to render the page, browser reads and interprets this HTML code. This code is being returned by the server when we open a website in the internet. So this code consists from different tags, and those tags are just strings that are written using predefined set of rules. And the meta tags are added inside the head tag. So what we're looking for here is a meta tag with description and a meta tag with name title. So why these tags are important? Search engines use special programs that crawls through different pages in the internet to gather information regarding those pages. So these programs are often called spiders or crawlers. So they go from page to page and read the information about the page and save this information in their search engine database. So basically, when you Google something, you're getting the data from that search engine database. And among the first things that this program pays attention to when reading web pages is the information posted inside the meta tags. So it is really important to tell this program the relevant information regarding your page and what is it about. So if the data in the description and in the title won't correspond with like what on your website is, or it will not contain the most relevant keywords for your topic, it will result in a drop of relevance of the page and in lowering of positions in search results. So no worries, you don't need to add anything inside the code. And the information here is being updated automatically based on your input on the front end. So let's say to modify the title of the page on the Ning network, we need to go to Site and Pages section and edit here. So, and the way we edit this title, like it's based on the semantic core that we have created for this purpose. So we use the most frequent words here, so that this page has more chances to so to increase the relevance of this page in the eyes of search engines. And the description of your network that is here, it could be defined in the general settings in the description part here. Also here you can define the name of the network, and if you go to the search results, like on the example of this, so this is the name of the network. That's how the search engine will see will present your page, your network in search results. So this will be the name of the network here, and this will be the description of the network. At this moment, it is not possible to define the description for each particular page separately. It's possible to define it only for the entire network. But currently we are working on the functionalities that will allow you to write a description for each separate page on your network. And it will also be done in the Site and Pages section. So each separate page will have additional field here where you can write a description. So having description for each page is considered a better practice, and it will be available soon for your networks. Let's talk about the content now. The content plays a huge role in your network visibility. So you have to fill your network with the relevant information that would be in line with standards that define how search engine ranks website. And when creating some content, let's say a blog post, we need to find the most frequently used keyword combinations that are related to the topic of the blog post. So like we did on the previous step. So let's assume that we would like to write the blog post again for landscape design. So, and the first, the most frequent word in this semantic core is landscape design ideas. So we can Google it. We don't need the paid one. So, and we can open at least like several different sources that are on the top of the search results. So, and what we can do here is to to back engineer their structure, to find the keyword frequency, to get an idea why they're so special, and implement approaches from these articles that made them among the first in the search results. So, and what we can pay attention to here is the amount of text that was used. So we can count it using like different tools like Word program, Microsoft Word program, for example. Also, we need to pay attention to the way it has been named. So we need to pay attention how, like, the number of how many words, keywords were used there, and also we need to open the source code of the page and to check in the head again the meta with name title, to check what they've written here, what they've written about the description, and to use this information when trying to write our own blog post. So when writing a text, we don't need to use the keywords too much, since it might backfire and will result in a so-called keyword abuse, and search engine doesn't like that. And also, when writing an article, you don't need to be fixated on the similar keywords. You need to use different synonyms, abbreviations, plurals, introduce related words and phrases that are often used in the same context, etc. So we can write the text by ourselves or hire a copywriter and provide him with an input data to work with, so he can structure the article the way we need it. Of course, it might look time-consuming and complicated, but however, the results are usually worth the hassle. And if we're aimed to be among the most relevant in the ranking, well, there is no easy way for this. And also, the huge role plays the frequency of the content that is being posted. So it is one of the most crucial factors that the search engines uses to analyze when ranking your network. The more often you add new quality content, the better your chances are to rank higher in the search results. Well, that is why it's a good practice to make a content plan that you could follow in order to deliver your audience something new on a regular basis. Again, you can read more about this topic in the description. And next, wanted to discuss the image optimization and why images should be optimized before uploading them on the network. So the reason is because it has a positive effect on the loading speed of the network, and that improves the overall user experience. And also, Google uses the page loading speed as a ranking factor since 2010. And even though Ning uses and builds compression algorithms when you upload a picture on your network, you can also use a third-party service to compress the photo before uploading it to your network. For this purpose, we can use this. There are a lot of different tools that you can use for this purpose online. You can use this tiny PNG one. And also, be sure that your images are no larger than they need to be, that they're in the right file format. For example, there are two preferred file formats, it's PNG and JPEG. So PNG are generally better for graphics with fewer than 16 colors, and while the JPEG is better for photographs. So the process of compressing the photo is pretty much straightforward. We just simply open the photo, just upload it here, and you will get the compressed version. So as you can see, 76% less the size of this photo. And after uploading it on the network will work faster if, like with this image compressed. Well, this is all with on-site SEO for today. And let's briefly talk about off-site SEO, and particularly about the backlinks. So what is a backlink? A backlink is created when an external website links to your website. That is why sometimes people refer to them as external backlinks or inbound links. Why they're important? Because backlinks represent a vote of confidence from one side to another. The more third-party websites refer to your network, the better ranking in a search engine is. And search engine will consider a network interesting if other people refer to it. What really important here is that it is better to start working on the backlinks only after you have a well-optimized website with interesting and relevant content, it will make your link building more efficient. So how can we start building links? So let's say we found a trustworthy website that is related to our topic, to our or indirectly related to our topic, and we would like them to post a link to us. So what we can do here, we can contact their webmaster. So they also have usually everyone have contact details, and you can ask them to post a link to your website there. So post it in some article. Of course, they might reject your offer or ask you to do something in return, but there is no easy way of doing so. And on the example of this network, of this particular website, they asked, there is a link on this website that leads to this one. So the host of this website asked to be referred to them from this particular article. So this is one way of doing this, of building links. You could also visit different forums related directly or indirectly to a topic and post links in the comments to their posts. Of course, it has to look organically and not spammy, and not off top. So you can post links in the different social media. I understand it's really time-consuming process and requires a lot of time and your dedication to this. But again, there is no easy way to get on top. I guess this is it for today. And once again, this was a very brief overview, and one must constantly learn and be involved in the promotion of his network if you aim high. We do appreciate your time, and thank you for watching. I hope you liked today's webinar, and once again, I'm sorry for this delay in translation, and I really hope that you found something new here and learned something new. We expect your questions and suggestions in the Google form. We will send you an email right after this webinar with a link to this form, and we will schedule a Q&A session on the 31st of July to discuss your questions and related to this webinar and other questions. We will notify you upfront regarding the date, regarding the time of the webinar. Well, once again, thank you so much for your attention, and look forward to seeing you on our next broadcast that will make sure we'll go with no delays. And have a nice day.